What's up guys, Chad here with Tech in the Wild. Last week, my girlfriend and I went up to the property and the RZR ended up breaking down. So today, I'm heading back up with my dad and my dog Fenton to see if we can get the RZR running again. We'll also do some father-son hiking up the mountain on our property and go check my dad's game cameras. And then, I'll show a little bit about the beetle kill that's plaguing this area. It's time to go again. Wait, what am I doing? My dad's driving. Let's get into it.
Highway to the hills where the air runs free. The clouds hang low, kissing every tree. I'll drive all night till the stars stand still, chasing my soul on the highway to the hills.
Oh my goodness, it sounds just like a toddler wanting a treat.
Really are struggling to be a good granddog right now.
When we finally made it to the property, we set our sights on diagnosing the RZR first. Checking the oil level, we discovered it was bone dry.
I'm thinking there's something on top of the engine broke. PVC valve.
Well, you can tell it's leaking oil because all this stuff is. I think you're right because it's like misting out somewhere. After putting a quart of oil in, we tried to turn it over to get some of the oil pumped into the engine. You think just put the whole quart in?
Oh yeah.
The problem was, the battery was dead from winching it into the Connex on our last trip. Everything's gonna be okay. Everything might not be okay.
I think disconnect the battery for 30 minutes or overnight, because I'll bet you anything it's not letting any fuel go. The computer has it shut off.
Sounded good until it didn't. We tried a portable jump start device, but it didn't pan out. So we hooked up the generator to let it trickle charge for a while. Since there wasn't much else we could do for now, we took in some of the scenery, and I decided to get my drone out and fly it through the valley to catch some more of the fall colors. And then it was time to get a fire started and work on dinner. The wood must have been pretty wet because it took a while to get it going. But my dad finally got it.
It's chilly fast when the sun goes down.
Yeah. Sitting around the campfire, we came to the sad realization that the engine was probably totaled. I think that engine's done for.
So 4,000 for the engine, but how much total?
I could try to do it myself, but... When I told my dad about the steak Haiti and I had on our last trip, he was very excited for me to cook them again. So, filet mignon, round 2. In addition to the steaks this time, we'll have salad, potatoes, and some jalapeno poppers my stepmom made for us to cook. That one didn't look good.
Everything is very delicious, thank you.
Oh, those jalapenos are hot.
I'm in heaven.
After a great meal and a lot on my mind with the engine, we crashed pretty early. The next morning, we woke up again to some pronghorn walking near the property, and the supervisor thought he would go check it out. Look how the gigantic beast stalks his prey. I was so tired last night. When I hit the bed, I was out, so I didn't record much. We woke up around 7:30 this morning. We're gonna get the RZR loaded up. I don't think it's gonna start, so we'll get it back home and see what's going on, but my guess is the engine's blown, so that sucks, but we'll figure it out. Let's see how it goes loading this thing up. Center? Yep. Now that the RZR was loaded, we headed up to the mountain on our property to go check my dad's game cameras. Not far up, my dad decided to hike the rest of the way since he was cramping up on the back of the four-wheeler. And since I had time to wait, this was the perfect place to bust out the drone and silently mock him as he continued to hike up.
Snowshooter.
At the first game camera, we changed the batteries and tweaked a couple settings to get it ready for the next few months. Here's a couple photos we pulled from this summer. We had one more camera to check, a bit higher up. It was just a quick battery swap and no photos worth looking at. While we were up here, I filmed a couple other videos you can see in my hammock video. Then after that, we started hiking back down. Pack-up was quick and we hit the road. On our way out, I thought about the fire that hit a few years ago right near our property. Like a lot of other areas in Colorado, there's a huge infestation of the mountain beetle, causing a lot of beetle kill to the pine trees. The attack happens under the bark. Adult beetles bore in, carve galleries, and carry blue stain fungi. The larvae feed in the phloem, the tree's food highway, while the fungus spreads in the sapwood. Together, they girdle the tree and block water and nutrients. And once the tree has been harvested and is completely dead, you have a huge part of the forest just waiting for a spark to consume its fuel. Since aspen trees aren't affected by the beetles and contain more moisture, they don't seem to burn up as much in the aftermath. So, often, you'll see their population grow after a fire. It's interesting that logging efforts are so dismal up here compared to when I was a kid. I find it a bit suspicious that the government and the news typically blame these fires on global warming. But I'm not a scientist or a politician, so what do I know? Either way, these fires continue happening each year, and I don't hear much about removing the beetle kill or managing the infestation. The majority of logging I do see is on private property where the owners are being proactive to protect their land. One silver lining to all this is the wood is beautiful, and there's so much of it. The blue stain fungi left behind from the beetles soaks into the wood, and after everything is dried out, it leaves a unique stain. Now that I'm off my soapbox, let's get back to the drive home. On the way back, we reflected on the options for the RZR. Yeah, I think I'll watch a couple videos on YouTube and see if that engine's easy enough to swap out, and if it is, I'll order it.
Well, sounds good. I'm kind of a YouTube pro.
So, there might be a RZR engine swap video coming in the future, or at least a how not to do this video. Thank you for coming with us on this little journey. Now, here's Fenton for the outro. If you like this video, hit that like button and click subscribe. Click the bell icon so you can be notified every Sunday when we release new videos. And as always, thanks for watching.